Done this so many times, I don't need to make another record, I could just die. Maybe then you would remember me if you still got a memory. Meant to be alive and making music for like a century. If you can hear this, we're still going strong. Met a lot of evil people with egos since we first wrote a song. Now the record's a recap, we respected the feedback. Then the views grew, got reviewed, told the truth too, and I need that. If it seems whack, remember everything's subjective, and objectively it can only affect you if you let it, and I get it. No one will get out alive, so that's why I'm saying bye to everyone before I die. When it happens, claim I was a genius at rapping, then discredit me skeptically. Tell them I was a bad thing. Try to name your favorite track. Tell them how we fade to black. If you get tired of yourself, well maybe take a nap. When I die, tell them all I wrote about was death. So when they start to cry, you can just say you get what you expect. We've already done this so many times. This could be the last one in a set of 25 lives. But no one's dying here. If you're sad, cry a tear. The answers might appear. But no one's dying here. If you drink, buy a beer. Cause it's been that kind of year. But no one's dying here. No one's dying here.
At first it felt like I'd have a longer shelf life. I'm losing the grip I'd never held tight. I'm not the type, I'm doing what I do, so what to do and what's the damage? The whole damn planet's famished and I stand here like a sandwich. Wait a sec, dribble the crystal ball, cause knowing the future won't make a difference, y'all. It's mostly running out of gas when we're not running into walls. Same bat time, I'm wondering why did I even get involved? Same bat channel, I'm stuck in abruptly, I can't handle a single bit of being a blinking blip on the radar. Yeah, a sinking ship or some shit. Who fucking cares? Everyone's burned out and no one wants to buy these matches. You think I would have learned by now that dying's not all that climactic? My watch is 2 days slow, society feels like a game show. I try to be a dang volcano, but my soul stays cold and it's obvious. They'll call me a communist if I share the news, but they keep you in that box because they're really, really scared of you. Aces to pair of twos, which hand I am's not apparent yet. Go ahead and place your bet. Should I break a leg or break a sweat or bust a move? And duck all of the subterfuge, like what's up? I never had a clue. But anyway, what's up with you? It's morphin' time into a person who's sort of sure at times. I forged a horde of morbid lines, but I really can't afford to die. So inspirational quotes, you're supposed to laugh when I say it's a joke. Everyone's making it though. We're making a statement, it goes, no one's dying here. If you're sad, cry a tear. The answers might appear, but no one's dying here. If you drink, buy a beer, cause it's been that kind of year. But no one's dying here. 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 No one's dying here.
All I really wanted was to tell you I'm in love with what we're doing, but I don't know if it's true. Some days I don't know if I can function, we're in public and I don't know what to do. All I really wanted was to tell you that we love it when you show up to the shows that we do. Some days I don't know if I can function, we're in public, all stuck and happy too.
I tell them awesome when they ask me how I'm doing, but I can tell I lost them when they see me staring through them. The persona that I've cultivated, don't know what he's proving. The lies and isolation are just part of being human, but I answered all my own questions when I stopped asking. I got more important things to not think about than if I'm not happy. Tired of squinting at the bright days that are in store. Sorry if I look shady wearing sunglasses indoors. You can't tell that I've been checking for the exit signs, feeling less and less alive, even when I testify on why. Could you please hold till I make it less embarrassing? I'll edit out the terror and leave in all the heresy. The signs that I need therapy on beats could be your therapy, or you can join me watching at a distance, sorta scared of me. Hello, I'm a garbage mound, even when you aren't around. I really don't know how I wound up in this part of town, but
all I really wanted was to tell you I'm in love with what we're doing, but I don't know if it's true. Some days I don't know if I can function, we're in public and I don't know what to do. All I really wanted was to tell you that we love it when you show up to the shows that we do. Some days I don't know if I can function, we're in public, call us Doug and Happy Tooth. I'm misdirected energy, Mr. Manic Comedy, but I still love you probably even when you're a drama queen. I kinda live methodically, some days say chaotically. To-do lists is excuses to make awkwardly, stopping me. Not sure what year it is, but I'm 28. Got a blurred experience and a funny face, and I won't run away, but I might reconsider. I don't need to see the picture, all these people seem to whisper. They'll hate you till you're finally dead, like we've said, but that's why you're not smiling yet. In public, so let's all act alright, even though we're sad inside and half alive. I don't like large crowds or grocery stores. My heart pounds like it's been broken before. I'm really good at acting normal. I'm at your door, but I lack the doorbell. Why open up when the comfort's in security? No one wants an emergency or to converse with me. And I'd be lying if I said I understood the etiquette. Sorry is the sentiment, I can't say I regretted it, but all I really wanted was to tell you I'm in love with what we're doing, but I don't know if it's true. Some days I don't know if I can function, we're in public and I don't know what to do. All I really wanted was to tell you that we love it when you show up to the shows that we do. Some days I don't know if I can function, we're in public, call us Doug and Happy Tooth. All I really wanted was to tell you I'm in love with what we're doing, but I don't know if it's true. Some days I don't know if I can function, we're in public and I don't know what to do. All I really wanted was to tell you that we love it when you show up to the shows that we do. Some days I don't know if I can function, we're in public, call us Doug and Happy Tooth. How are you?
Offered not and nothing to show. I feel I'm ready to go. My head's in a spin, I'm losing myself again. Everything's a mess, but I'm okay, I guess.
You play the role until it takes control, which should have been like days ago, or hey, let's say I break the mold, I don't know. You ask yourself why you're constantly restless, never that concerned with who is sonically freshest, but like, who am I talking to? Well, what's a ball of thoughts to do? But no, unchew it, everything I thought was solid on into a wall of static, motions mostly automatic. I'm back to rip myself apart again so fast because I've had a lot of practice. I'm a parody of everything I swear to be. I'll still feel like I hardly started, even at the end I'm scared to see. Editor's note, you've described the problem, now work through it. I never promised that, far as I ever got was maybe make some music. Anymore, I write each verse at least 5 times. Personally, I find it all kind of trite. Whine some more to get away from things I whine about. Commemorating detrimental mental states, I guess it's alright for now.
All for naught and nothing to show. I feel I'm ready to go. My head's in a spin, I'm losing myself again. Everything's a mess, but I'm okay, I guess.
Every city's oversaturated with shitty, hopeless rapper faces. My music included and gravitated. Career in slow-mo, worried about how shows go while everything's so-so and my whole life gets postponed. The dedication's designated. Went through a set of phases while medicated. Here looking for some better places. Claim to be something long enough, it becomes true. Pretended to be the sky and ended up just blue. As the sun moves, I've come to conclude the more hoops that I jump through, the less I even want to. Halfway through the year, I act way too sincere. I'll laugh and say you've been weird, promise I'm not an imposter. Used to be a supposed poet turned poser, awkward. Followed all my favorite famous pages and felt like a stalker. Only life plan is to die with like 5 grand, asking if they know who I am to all of my 9 fans.
All for naught and nothing to show. I feel I'm ready to go. My head's in a spin, I'm losing myself again. And everything's a mess, but I am okay, I guess. And everything's alright, 'cause it's just me tonight.
Want to throw a party your friends will never forget? Why not hire these guys from George, how's this game work?
Okay, what you gotta do, you gotta stick a Alright, once you stick a you win it.
All you gotta do is stick a
That's it. Hit it and get it. If this game ain't easy, fried chicken ain't greasy, partner.
This is the plane. It's real popular with the young crowd today.
Yeah, my father once went to and walked across a dead body.
We got no dead bodies here, man.
Have you ever been in an institute? Cells. Do they keep you in the cell? Cells. When you're not performing your duties, do they keep you in a little box? Cells. Interlinked. What's it like to hold the hand of someone you love? Interlinked. Do they keep you right to feel?
Fake it till you make it up as you go along. I'm bad at doing it with living, pretty adequate with songs. The map is lost and so I've had to navigate a lot among the catalogs. They cackle at me cause I haven't blocked justification yet. I take a breath to damage all the stocks before the petty but inevitable battle with the clock. Self-knowledge, hold a mirror to a mirror then watch. Nothing happens and you realize that don't happen a lot. If I can't fly, work on getting gravity to stop. If I was wise, maybe I would listen when I talk while I'm alive. I do my best to think outside the box because I'm in the underground but not as literal as plots. Not your typical, it isn't cool to mimic you or ridicule. I dig myself a deeper hole, a habitat that's livable is integral. I'm somehow simultaneously cynical and shocked. I do want to believe, even if I just cannot. I'm telling you about it cause I'm getting it all locked into a verse I can repeat. Even if I did feel better and forgot, holding firm to what I feel is right. Despair, like a rock, you can do that for so long and then you're gone like a fox. And it's not all that impressive, just impressions of your blocks that had held you up and back and everywhere for what you sought. So I'm telling everybody I'm on top till it's true, stay.
Wake up, put my cool face on, walk out to the Blue Jay song, then go to work till the new day's gone, and I get to do it over like whoop, I'm awesome. Another Tuesday lost, sink another hour in the Ubisoft. New time on, gotta start my way to my full-time job with the part-time pay. Hard to say what it really is, part ashamed of my willingness to have a part to play, but can't escape cause Red don't give a shit about my feelings. If I could just pretend to be what you wanna see, then eventually I could fall asleep, but I guess I'll be stuck perpetually till the death of me, till it's all a dream.
Takes time to stay in line.
Really?
It takes time to wait for signs.
Why though?
It takes a spine to make your mind up.
We're all born to die or form a line. You're lucky if you're patient, you'll make it to 45. A borderline morbid mind with outrageous claims, but these clouds came to drain out. I'm downplay the pain. I'm a fake intellectual, and I'm really good at tetherball. I'm exceptional. And several other statements that make you think I'm professional. But everything I say is a lie, I'm lying right now. It's paradoxical and improbable that you'll find out. Haven't cleared the cobwebs, not yet. Also haven't bought meds that make me talk less. It's a process, I'm standoffish. I'm gonna change it up to keep the fans honest. They can't watch this, it's artist development. I'm an industry plant, not part of what's relevant. The music scene is delicate, these songs are posturing. But I'm an artist, the hardest thing to do is not to sing.
Staying tuned in, channeling my movements. Pick another frequency, compete it with the blueprint. Listen, isn't this shit vicious? Stuck inside these cycles with no limits. Look a fire in its face. You a liar in the fake or a high wild mind that aspires to be great? And what difference does it make when you're stuck inside a prison in a visionary state? Wide awake and I see shit clearly. Never was afraid to become what the mirror sees. Sincerely, yours from the heart. I hear things that I morph into art. It all starts with the mark of the beast in the dark with no harness or leash. But I'm hardly a beacon or even a teacher. I'm here to bring bars as a part of a feature.
It takes time stay in line.
Where am I?
It takes time to wait for signs.
Why though?
It takes a spine to make your mind up.
Where am I?
You always think that something bad's gonna happen, and when it does, you act like you were right. You think you're a joke, but the crowd isn't laughing. My darkness interrupts, but I won't try to use a light. Like they sell coffins to people with health problems. I acted like I was standing, but really fell often. People say I'm fine, I don't mean to not agree, but I'm not a slot machine, so no one's ever profiting. I want transcendence instead of being defensive. Every time I reflect, it's like I can't win this. I'm sick of only processing the bad feels. Maybe these days the good ones are only half real. Since I woke up, this whole life is so much, but I don't wanna focus on how it just slowly broke us. There's still beauty in something that's so ugly. Doesn't seem to mean nothing to nobody. I've never been perfect, not even close. Better than worthless, but caught in these spokes. How would this song sound if I could just be positive? I pretend I'm the hero, but don't know who the monster is. I'm nothing to nobody. I'm nothing to nobody. I'm nothing to nobody. Most days I feel ugly.
I always feel I should explain or apologize. Like any minute now you'll get around to moving on. I told him how I felt, he left and I was not surprised. And now I tell myself everything that I said was lies. I wish I cared enough to try is what I sighed. Rather see myself as lazy than admit that I'm completely fried. It's not about success, but that's easy to suggest. When the fact of having failed is what you're learning to accept. Forget about judging myself by my own ideals. Then I wouldn't judge myself, so how would I know I'm real? It's not about the fame, it is about approval. I don't believe my own hype, so yours would be useful. I'm torn, it's the usual. The mornings are brutal. Was up late for nothing, now I'm feeling like a loose tooth. Sitting here rigid from the panic attacks. Wondering what's in store, like where the mannequin's at.
Just one heart flutter.
I'm nothing to nobody. I'm nothing to nobody. I'm nothing to nobody. Most days I feel ugly.
I just wanna be the kind that reminds me of my father. Faking a smile for me as he's dying. I'm not gonna revolve over my time left. I'm trying to spend my days slowing down the aging process, the aching costs less. And knowing now I'm living as a slow death cloud isn't wisdom, it's wishing. I paid for past mistakes when they were made, not better days. And every good thing accomplished isn't a moment I've wasted. This is lonely adjacent, not only the growing displacement. When your soulmates and great friends aren't too much fading is already faded, and I'm not an oasis of comfort. There's no basis for love words, just wanna face this be done for. Closure on my face as you dump dirt, and if I don't make it then jump for joy over my grave and then want more than faithless words in a dumb corpse to say it I signed up for. The pain of decay and I take it back, cause
I'm nothing to nobody. I'm nothing to nobody. I'm nothing to nobody.
What is the human machine?
Most days I feel ugly.
Just one heart flutter. Beyond these fragile walls, nothingness, absolute cold. an end to life.
Too emotional, tears could fill an ocean full. Talking to you was like talking to a broken wall. I write too fast, it always comes out scribbles. Is he taking notes again or writing life in riddles? Never made a song together when you were still alive. Every time I bring it up, it kills the vibe. Well, it's divine, the irony in being grave shift for my wages. Out of patience, all this I'm somehow okay with. You're a neighborhood they were scared to go through, misunderstood and wanting, but they all swear they know you. Sorry for the things I've said, even if it's in my head. I hope somehow our paths can cross again and intersect. I'll admit it, I get acidic and conceited, but work only gave me 3 days, so this is my bereavement. When you left, the issues just sort of flew away. I don't remember it, but Sean says you used to say, if you wanna make God laugh, then just tell him your plans. If you wanna make God laugh, then just tell him your plans. You needed help and I would brush it off for a fucking song. Now I can't even call you up just to talk. Guilty of ignoring you and dwelling on being selfish. I ran away with music while you were just feeling helpless. Told myself I'd visit sooner, wish I could have said a few words. A space half explored, your old tapes badly warped. You live like the captain of a sunken ship and left an album from when I was a kid. You will be missed. If you wanna make God laugh, then just tell her your plans. Forgotten, echoed songs about your problems, lost in cautionary tales. They'd have gotten very stale, and I won't let you down. I know you were let down enough, not slowing up till tooth's ground to dust. This elegy will be mountainous, found enough support, been down and done before. Nothing will stop me from being proud of what you endured. The planet's a cage, God's vanished, ashamed and went away. So when I think of what I fight for, I'll remember your name.
An empty venue is a practice space. Give it up for both the people at the place. If my only concern was being successful, I should've learned the words to Wonderwall and Basket Case. On the weeknights, tell them all to sleep tight and maybe hit the next gig up if it seems right. Taking freestyle topics from the bartenders, it's already one of those nights. Make a small part better when my heart's shredded and the promo didn't make a difference. What exactly was the plan beyond getting my name on tickets? I start to wonder if my moment's finished. Sometimes I can't tell if it was there to begin with. I work too hard if this is self-indulgence, but I don't really know what else to call it. If I missed my hypothetical shot, at least I built everything that I helped demolish. At a certain point, you gotta move on from childish fantasies about how you could ever move on. I don't count years, I measure time by new songs and hang on probably because otherwise I'm proved wrong. Get your groove back, that's where all the truth's at. Even if I'm not, my confidence is a huge act. And that's that.
Some nights we just play for the sound guy. Every gig feels a bit like downtime. Some nights we just play for the sound guy, depending on the town and what the crowd's like. Some nights we just play for the sound guy. Never knew I needed to draw for the outline. Make noise one time for the sound guy, unless we're alone and everybody is outside. Sometimes we just play for the sound guy. Sometimes we just play. Sometimes we just play for the sound guy. Sometimes we just play. I wrote Wrote 1,000 songs to play at hundreds of venues for 10 people, and it's never been an issue. Went to Illinois to try and fill the void, finding I'm still annoyed by your stilted joy. Still employed, and I hope the shows are worth it. So nervous, drove till there's no service. Hypothetically speaking, think I regretted this evening, except I've repeated succeeding in incompletion. I hate booking shows, don't wanna be a promoter. I wanna be artist, I wanna be a loner. By and large, drive a car to align the stars, in a violent march to start fights in bars. This one's a personal memorandum. Keep trying when you're stranded and you can't run, even if you're all alone in the interlude, and you know they're sick of you and didn't move. It isn't true.
Some nights we just play for the sound guy. Every gig feels a bit like downtime. Some nights we just play for the sound guy, depending on the town and what the crowd's like. Some nights we just play for the sound guy. Never knew I needed to draw for the outline. Make noise one time for the sound guy, unless we're alone and everybody is outside. Sometimes we just play for the sound guy. Sometimes we just play. Sometimes we just play for the sound guy. Sometimes we just play. I remember shows where we did our own sound. Either the speakers or our ears were blown out.
I remember shows where we were our own crowd. Rent and no one goes out, stage time slows down.
If you think we'd call off, then you got the wrong act. We'll probably skip all the call and response tracks.
Call all your contacts, go straight to voicemail.
We'd scream into the void, but even the fucking void bailed.
We don't know what the other acts even do, but we're here for your set, we won't leave the room.
We'll play your bar or your yard or your festival, even if the venue says it has to be rescheduled.
One day we'll play all 52 in every city when we do. Until then I can't help but grin when we see empty rooms.
Luckily I know a couple songs about life suck.
Can you turn the beat up? Also turn the mics up.
Some nights we just play for the sound guy. Every gig feels a bit like downtime. Some nights we just play for the sound guy, depending on the town and what the crowd's like. Some nights we just play for the sound guy. Never knew I needed to draw for the outline. Make noise one time for the sound guy, unless we're alone and everybody is outside. Sometimes we just play for the sound guy. Sometimes we just play. Sometimes we just play for the sound guy. Sometimes we just play.
Days when I remember I wear earplugs at shows. That line's for all the exes who had said I'd never grow up. Right now I hope I don't explode more than I hope I blow up. People listen to escape their bleak conditions, so like so what? Feel the moment on its own terms. That line so I don't forget later, cause you know I don't learn. Life is like a slow burn, I'm only a sojourn. These gatekeepers lie like they aren't trying to bring back Gozer. I'm on the roller coaster looking way too Billy Corgan-ish. It's not some misty hippie dip when I imply there's really more to this. It's stating facts, let's take it back to take it back to take it back to basics tracks. One day it fades to black, so make the most of, yeah, we know already. That line's for the times I try, but still I feel like cold spaghetti. Raise a toast and throw confetti, cause you know you're dope already. Yeah, hole is in the void or something, making rap songs out of the topics I avoid discussing. I'll die when it's convenient to. Right now my ghost would be these bad example tracks like Beetlejuice. So I'm trying to be uplifting more. Less songs in which I'm greeted by my first name at the liquor store. Unprofessional spectacle, whose pen is poison. If I come to help, I'd shut the fuck up and just grow some fucking vegetables. Yeah. And maybe then I'd learn to give it time. Those insecurities will still be waiting at the finish line. I know we aren't allowed to quit the grind, but when it's ground us down to dust, please do not bluff about how it survived. Yeah. That line's for me and maybe you, for everyone who does or does not love what they are paid to do. I'm holes in the void or something, making rap songs out of the topics I avoid discussing. I'm holes in the void or something, making rap songs. I'm holes in the void or something, making rap songs out of the topics I avoid discussing. I'm holes in the void or something, making rap songs. I'm holes in the void or something, making rap songs out of the topics I avoid discussing. I'm holes in the void or something, making rap songs. I'm holes in the void or something, making rap songs out of the topics I avoid discussing. I'm holes in the void or something, making rap songs.
It's my party, we're all crying cause we want to. I got a problem hearing, so I'm commandeering beers from drunk dudes. So fuck you, and I'm lying, I don't like beer. At a bar in my nightmares, and assholes start fights there. I swear I go in public and it flips a switch. Wanna drink and smoke forever just to get the itch. We'll end up artifacts, death by the martyr act or a heart attack. Don't take off the artist mask, you want no part of that. Even if at times it's medical, it still feels so regrettable. Maybe I need clarity for the words to be legible. Undress it all, I wanna crawl out of my skin. Escape into the good times, forget who I've been again.
At a bar in my nightmares, best friends are my worst fears. What the fuck am I doing here? Like what the fuck am I doing here? Find me sitting pretty in my city of ruins. Got a lot of problems, fancy a bottle just to soothe them. At a bar in my nightmares, best friends are my worst fears. What the fuck am I doing here? Like what the fuck am I doing here? You find me sitting pretty in my city of ruins. Got a lot of problems, fancy a bottle just to soothe them. At a bar in my
It's the hair that wags the dog. I woke up hacking with a cough and finished half a bottle off I'd fought a battle with and lost. I'm on the battleship and gosh, I wish that I was at the bar where I still drink but am in character and thus can't go this far. Like when you drink yourself to sleep and then you drink yourself to right and then you drink yourself to death to drink yourself right back to life. Like feeling functional as fuck, or at least functional enough to keep on trucking out of spite despite the obvious as such. Yeah, I can keep expecting endings are all sudden and abrupt for plausible deniability while I still give up.
At a bar in my nightmares, at a bar in my nightmares. Best friends are my worst fears, best friends are my worst fears. And I don't even like beer. So what the fuck am I doing here? What the fuck am I doing here? Find me sitting pretty in my city of ruins. Got a lot of problems, pass me a bottle just to soothe them.
If you have to explain the joke, it's not funny. That's why I don't say much about myself if you talk to me. Cautious optimism, walk like a lost puppy. I'm getting ugly, pull a seat up, get comfy. Who came to argue with the cartoon? I'll eat your set list for breakfast like it was bar food. This whole dimension's full of lessons that aren't true. Minor step by step for chasing art with a harpoon. Here, I was longing for belonging and some songs for all the talking. I had thought that I was lost, but I was wrong. It was exhausting. Now it's wake up, smell the coffee, sure, but first you gotta make a pot. The clay around the sculpture was a heap of crumpled paper wads. It's easy till it isn't, then it seems completely different. Like trying to scream while eating biscuits, basically defeating physics. Rip my heart out, add some glitter, paint you all a picture. I only partially don't care about opinions of the listeners. I have my niche and I defend it, at least I am what I intended. Now that it's happened, I can claim it never could have been prevented. I'm a wizard, get your tickets to the ticking time bomb. Can you believe they let me out in front of people? Hi, Mom.
Sorta give a fuck today, forgot which way is up though. Sorta give a fuck today, forgot which way is up though. Yeah. Sorta give a fuck today, forgot which way is up though. Sorta give a fuck today, forgot which way is up though. Do it like they did it in that movie that you didn't see. Do about whatever if it's clever or it's interesting.
I wanna pluck the stars from the firmament, cross a bridge without burning it, wake up not a 30-ish worried kid. I want the things I can't express to manifest. I wanna leave early, not right behind a random desk. I can't attest, but most days I'd rather not. We're going through the motions until comfort is an afterthought. It's pandemonium, all these damaged lonely friends who can't focus in but play shows on their manic podiums. Yesterday looks like a pile of unwashed clothes, their tasks half finished right before I lost hope. You can't blame philosophers for determinism, you all also can't blame a murder victim for your decisions. Spend most days stressed out, so I just pout. Last thing I think about is if I need or want clout. Clarity is fleeting, I'm unprepared for the meeting. I've said before there's no meaning to the mean things I've been screaming. Days in a haze, when it fades I'm made ashamed. The maze stays in frame, same age, paper planes. Weeks to months to years to write a single verse. My fingers hurt, yet even if I'm going to a funeral I'll bring the merch. It's a singer's curse, off stage on autopilot, but I can't live on an island. Depression is not a diet, I feel non-compliant when life has gotten lifeless. If the bad streak's lasting, take the good where you find it.
Right as the song ends every time. At a certain point it almost sends off the wrong vibes. Hi, I make inferences out of these coincidences. I can break it down to science fiction if you're interested. Plow through a toll booth, nothing happens, that's the whole truth. Matter of fact, I probably shouldn't have told you. Ate the sandwich from the bottom of the couch and now I'm still alive. Turns out it was a different younger sandwich. Damn, 1 in a million, right? Dim the lights, I'm about to cross the whole room barefoot without stubbing my toe even once. I mean, do I look scared? Look, I take wins where I can get them. In the interregnum, spin the dim reflection, kick the misty misperception, yes indeed. Spinning in infinity, off many synchronicities, the little victories, the signal glittering inside the storm, and activate imagination hiding in the spinal cord. Like mine for ore and find some more, refine the mind and climb aboard. It doesn't change a thing all by itself, but it's a driving force that I endorse. I really hope it helps, cause it's all I've got to go off. I get so lost, I need some direction. Give me anything to stump the questions. I'll throw in the numb acceptance, check it out.
They say I seem preoccupied, it's cause these dreams have gotta die. I'm losing fights with awkward eyes. Never cross a thing off my to-do list, I don't got the time. Every day I wake up on the wrong side of the bed, but right and wrong are artificial constructs inside my head. So I compare the lesser of two evils. The math never adds up no matter who we've killed. Better not speak to me until I've had some victories, or I'll burn the world down so nobody gets to breathe. It's a sign, it's an omen. This is blind faith in the moment. This is my way of justifying why I feel so broken. Fatalists can only blame fate. I say this cause I came late, and in the same way I thought I was walking on water, I'm just standing in a puddle. Thought I was talking to God first, turned out it was the devil. It's not superstitious, it's useless wishes. It's not an investment if you're already losing business. Whenever towers in my life start to topple, I'll base important decisions off the flip of a bottle. It's awful.
First try, orange juice flip first try, orange juice flip first try, orange juice flip first try, orange juice
can look at you, but I can't help it. Should feel as good as new, but I feel selfish. Days where I don't answer you, messages I can't approve. It's your loss if you're turned off, and I'm a phantom too. So bright you make my eyes hurt. I wanna write a song about my worth, in the hopes it survives in a fire if I die first. Addicted to the things you say, constricted by the wings you've made. It's why I'm fearful to be hurt too, and followed you like spirits do. If I need help, you're a witness. Only a crime if the punishment fits it. What's the agenda? I hope it's adjacent. If not, I'll throw it away then. Broke on the pavement, no notifications. I was hoping to say this, I don't wanna stay friends. Feeling alone out here at the show, I keep staring at my phone. Feeling alone out here at the show, I keep staring at my phone. Feeling alone out here at the show, I keep staring at my phone. Feeling alone.
Very important to us. Please continue to hold or press 1 to leave a message.
I remember back when I would never nap, believing that the world inhabited awake is automatically the better half. It seems so simple till you're nibbled to the gristle, and you figure lay immobile more. Why not make it official? I don't have time, nor can I find the biochemistry to even sleep like normal folks. But would I, buddy? Definitely. Yeah, I can tell I'm dreaming when I'm not thinking of bed, and if I'm lucid then I'm doomed. Clarity is what I dread. It's like lay face down for what seems like a day. Wow, never going under but you gray out. Hey now, do that for 2 decades while you measure what's the best way to pull minimum 3 hours. Maybe write yourself an essay. Can't seize like a sword from a lake, enough or otherwise tomorrow make important mistakes. Debate the consequences and its grist for the mill. For all I practice I know panic really isn't a skill. Catch these like a sword from a lake, enough or otherwise tomorrow make important mistakes. Debate the consequences and its grist for the mill. For all I practice I know panic really isn't a skill. I bet that everybody thinks I'm a jerk, and if they do, you know I'm ready. Got that neatly rehearsed. I go completely berserk and keep it really on the regular and hope you shoot the breeze instead of the messenger. The moon I lay below is basically the radio. My references reflected this and I get tired of saying so. Tired, but not sleepy. Not while I'm still up and binge hate watching me run a fan, toss and turn, lost and damned, but not for sure. The studies show I've only knocked myself out. Crack a bottle to acknowledge that's the option for now. Yuck, the thoughts are gonna suck all of the oxygen now. I went and left myself alone with the most hostile of crowds. I'm playing possum again, leave all the flotsam to set. I'd fix it but I did it so that's impossible now. Catch seas like a sword from a lake, enough or otherwise tomorrow make important mistakes. Debate the consequences and its grist for the mill. For all I practice I know panic really isn't a skill. Catch seas like a sword from a lake, enough or otherwise tomorrow make important mistakes. Debate the consequences and its grist for the mill. For all I practice.
Scared of needles, don't want them to operate. I've been feeble, seem to need to see a doctor's face. They're just people, we're all always guessing. Side effects are lethal, we're fine just ingesting. Tell them if my heart stops, don't bring me back. That'll cost more funds, I don't think I have. Find a sense of urgency, it's an emergency. I'm being honest, I promise I didn't do this purposely. Sometimes it hurts to breathe, went to where they said to go. Hell yes or heavens no, my condition ineffable. Intestinal, which means I feel it in my gut. A set of cynics get to visit if I'm sick
sick enough. My generation's growing old with face tats. We're in the same trap with debts we can't pay back. Why'd I say that? I'm just a destitute impressionist. In my revolution, we execute executives. All these rich faces are the reasons why I'm poor. Don't wanna live a life on life support, just find the cord. Afraid of hospitals, might be PTSD. Start to shake unstoppable thoughts, screaming just leave. Body probably inoperable, I get medicine I don't need. Surrounded by lots of folks that don't actually know me. I need exercise to break the curse. The experts lie and always need that payment first.
No one really dies, but the heart stops. And I'm still alive with these dark thoughts. Been a million times through the hard spots. And I'm still alive with these dark thoughts.
I grew up convinced I was irreparably broken, in ways I felt subconsciously could never be spoken. And even when I vomited that poison from my consciousness, I couldn't face the day without approaching it as ominous. Maybe that's just me, but it seems likely it's the obvious. The whole system is dying, but won't let go of the hostages. When I'm done dissociating, I come home to only aching. Waking hurts and sleep becomes impossible, there's no debating. Mostly blaming self for what I'm slowly facing or creating, and it's really who can say. I don't bring this stuff up in person. Here's another song of more complaining, and I'm so ashamed it's hard to listen back for errors. When they quote it back to me, the gratitude is mixed with terror, and I'm zoning out in public, clenching up my stomach. I would say something, but that would be disruptive. They're already so disgusted, they don't bother. It'd be awkward, I'm still here and it's a problem. It's improper for a goner. Giving up is just another plan I always put off longer, and I wonder if I'd even move without all this subversion. I'll make you all depressed, and that's my version of subversion. Then it's curtains.
No one really dies, but the heart stops. And I'm still alive with these dark thoughts. Been a million times through the hard spots. And I'm still alive with these dark thoughts.
Go ahead, tell me what I need. Tell me that I deserve it. I've heard it before, that I shouldn't be swimming against the current. Oh, letting it flow. And after a while it's hard to see your way to the bright. Oh, if I could, if I could, if I could. Go ahead, tell me what I need. Tell me that I deserve it. I've heard it before.